Thursday, April 3rd, took us to Aqueduct in race 7, where my pick was number 5, Good Skate, who made a move towards the lead, approaching the top of the stretch. But that was the last positive thing that Good Skate did. He had absolutely nothing in the stretch and faded to finish last at 4.2 to 1, as you can see the results chart. We'll take the $6 loss on the in the bankroll and move forward. And in moving forward, I'm going to change the approach a little bit. And today was yet another example. It seems each day that I've been back from vacation, I made a poor choice as to which horse I would recommend. Today at Aqueduct was really a one-hit wonder. I did have four winners listed of the 8 races, but only one top pick winner, and that came in race number 4. Collected that, who paid $20.60 to win. And I'll put up my my tout sheet that is exactly how it would look if you purchased it off my website. So you could look at my selections for this day at Aqueduct and see that I did collect that in the 4th race and had the exact gold, which paid $15.40 for a dollar. So I think the better approach, best and improving chances of showing a profit is to allow myself up to 3 races a day to recommend. And to help that along, tomorrow is opening day, Keeneland. So I handicapped both Aqueduct and Keeneland, and my selections for every race at those 2 tracks are available at my website, breedingwinners.com, for just $5. And we shall see how it goes. So my first of we'll choose to tout three horses on this video. The first will be at Aqueduct in race 8, number 2, Santa Gata. It's making 3rd start off a long layoff and dropping to a career low class level. And the trainer puts up Kendra Carmouche, who's won with 42% of 12 previous mounts for this trainer, Horacio De Paz. And Carmouche was aboard for this 4-year-old filly's only career win. She's only had 4 career starts. And as I said, making 3rd start off a long layoff and dropping to career low class level, and the strong trainer jockey combination. So looking at my breeding stats, I'm really only concerned if there's any really negative stat to get me off this horse. And looking at the sire stats, we see Santa Gata number 2 is by Mastery, who's had 153 previous winners of this type of race, which is a non-maiden dirt race for older horses. And 26% of those 153 winners have come at the distance of 6 furlongs, which is very close to average. 28% of those 153 winners have come when the purse is between $21,000 and $30,000. And the layoff figure of 88 is just slightly below average for getting winners on 23 to 36 days rest. So no real big negative stats there. We go over to the broodmare sire stat, and tail of the cat is the broodmare sire. Been 384 winners over the last 3 years that had tail of the cat listed as the broodmare sire. 30% of those came at the distance, 26% at this purse level, and the layoff figure of 85, again slightly uh, below average and not a big concern. Um, the trainer, uh, Horacio De Paz, has had 58 previous winners of this type of race, 28% at the distance, 17% at the purse level, and the layoff factor of 128 or 28% above average for getting winners on 23 to 36 days rest. So no big negatives to get me off of Santagata, who uh, should run a top effort third off a layoff. Uh, Next race, we'll go to Keeneland for race number 3. And by picking that race is number 5, Beauty Reigns, 3-year-old filly who won her career debut November 8th at Aqueduct, going 6.5 furlongs. Put into a grade 2 for her next start and finished 6th in a field of 10, going 9 furlongs. Took a break for 54 days and showed up at Gulfstream in an optional claiming $75,000 race, going a mile and 16th, and made a bid to the lead, but faded in the stretch as the favorite. So cutting back to 6.5 furlongs after a couple disappointing tries going longer, I think is a real key for this filly. I think she's better off as a sprinter, and has been firing bullet works leading into this particular race. Looking at the sire stats uh, for Beauty Reigns, Into Mischief, uh, it's her sire. Had 36 previous winners of this type of race, which is a non-maiden dirt race for younger horses. So these before May 1st of their third year. So they haven't gone in. I don't graduate horses until May 1st of their third year. So we're getting close to that date, but I still consider these young horses. And Into Mischief gets 19% of those 36 winners at a distance of 6.5 to 7.5 furlongs. 100% of so all 36 winners came with the purses greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 141 or 41% above the average for getting winners on greater than 60 days rest. The maturity factor is slightly above average at 37. That just looks at the number of non-maiden wins after a young horse breaks their maiden. Do they continue to win while still in the young category? That's what the maturity factor is. So the broodmare sire stat, broodmare sire is Capit. 48 previous winners of this type of race, 10% at the distance, 71% when the purse was greater than $50,000. Layoff figure of 123 or 23% above the average for getting winners greater than 60 days rest, and the maturity factor of 34, very slightly above average. So all good stats there. Uh, I don't worry about the distance being a little bit low. The distance variable is more important on the sire stats. Going to the trainer, The trainer is Bill Mott. 10 previous winners of this type of race over the last 3 years, 20% at the distance, 100% when the purse is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 337, or more than three times the average for getting those 10 winners on greater than 60 days rest. The maturity factor at 27 is slightly below average. Um, my third choice, third horse to tout for the day, uh, will be in race 5 at Keeneland. It'll be number 9, Kapoor, 3-year-old maiden filly. Um, it was also trained by Bill Mott, and that kind of played into my thinking here. That I like both of Bill Mott's horses, the previous one in race 3 and this one in race 5, and I like the chances that at least one of them will find the winner's circle. Um, Kapoor, this 3-year-old maiden filly, ran once at Gulfstream February 9th, going 6 furlongs, went off at 11-1, was reluctant to load, uh, stalked the pace while 3 wide, and kind of ran evenly to finish third. So that was a good effort. And the first workout following that race was a bull at work. So the filly came out of that race in very good shape. And looking at the sire stats for Kapoor, sire is Uncle Mo, had 60 previous winners over the last 3 years of this um, young maidens on dirt. 22% of those 60 winners have come at 6 furlongs. 73% have come when the purse is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 148, or 48% above average for getting winners on 37 to 60 days rest. So, very solid stats there. The broodmare sire uh, stats uh, for Kapoor, Medaglia d'Oro is the broodmare sire. 107 previous winners, young maiden winners on dirt, had Medaglia d'Oro as their broodmare sire. 24% came at the 6 furlong distance. 63% came when the purse is greater than $50,000. And note that's the best percentage amongst the broodmare sires in this field. In this, where you look and pay more attention to the purse column when looking at the female side of the breeding. The layoff figure of 126, or 26% above average for getting those maiden winners on 37 to 60 days rest. Going to the trainer, once again, Bill Mott, 37 previous winners over the last 3 years. This type of race, 16% at the distance, 89% when the purse is greater than $50,000, and the layoff figure of 300, or exactly three times the average for getting those maiden winners on 37 to 60 days rest. So, we'll see how this new strategy works out with having three plays to look at and potentially wager on for the day. Wish you well, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.